Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Real Talk with Cathy and Shania. I'm your host Cathy and I'm excited to have you join us today for an exciting episode titled Brushless Love. And this episode is brought to you by C1 Productions. With me today I have my co-host Shania. How are you, Shania?
I'm fine, thank you. Hi, everyone. I hope everyone is good.
And I have my panelist. How is everyone doing?
Doing good.
Good.
Tonight.
Okay. They'll be joining me to explore the depth of today's topic and share the unique perspectives. Well, mouth hygiene is important in the relationship, like all kind of relationships, be it a romantic relationship, family, friends, everything. And it's a topic that is often like overlooked, but having a bad breath and a poor oral hygiene or oral health can really affect our personal connections. So I'm going to start with you, Shania. Uh, this is the question. How would you tell someone their breath stinks without hurting their feelings?
If it's a friend and maybe if you're outside, I'd just ask them, do you want some mint? I have this fancy chewing gum. Do you want some? Just not to hurt their feelings though.
Just that?
Yeah, or if we're close, I'll just tell them like, man, did you brush your teeth today? That's if we're that close and there's someone who is not going like to be upset or anything. So I'll just come clean and ask them, like if they brush their teeth, maybe we can go get some mint or something to make their breath smell at least nice. Yeah. So that
That's
they
amazing.
wouldn't. Yeah.
What about you, Josh? How would you tell them?
Yeah, if it's an acquaintance, not that close yet, I would just encourage them to, maybe try some mint, something like that. Same with the other one. But if it's a close friend, I would ask about my breath first. How do you smell mine? And then when the person says, "Ah, you're good. Oh, can you check yours if it's something like that?" So I would approach it in a joking way, but yeah, depends how deep the relationship is.
Okay, that's great. And you, Daisy? How would you approach that? Okay, Fritz, how would you approach that?
Since I don't bring mint with me all the time, I might resort to the second option that Joe suggested. But if it is an acquaintance or someone that I am not close with, maybe I'll pass. Like let it go for that time or for that moment.
Okay, so if the person is not really close to you, you're just going to pass and just assume that never happened, right?
Yes, or maybe that's the only time that I was able to smell that time. So
Okay, that's amazing. If you do that, but not that easy though, because let's say you're sitting with that person for like 5 good hours and they keep talking, like they
Mhm.
don't shut up, like they just talk. But you don't want to tell them their breath stinks. Like how will you avoid that talk? Will you just turn around and assume, like pretend you're not hearing what they are saying? What would you do? No one can
Like,
answer.
yeah, like I just make up something that would enable me to leave. Because if maybe, like I sense if I mention it, like they're going like to be upset, or if I'm not close with that person, I just look for other ways to leave, like so that we couldn't have that conversation. So I just say like, oh yeah, oh I have to rush somewhere, then I just leave. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for you. What about when you're when you board a bus, you're sitting with that person, and the only available chair is next to the person whose breath stinks. You're not going to make an excuse. You're leaving. You're just going to listen to them.
Or there are like strangers or something. Like if I'm sitting next to a stranger in a bus and their breath stinks and they keep on like insisting on talking to me, I'm just going to ignore. especially if their breath stinks. I'm just gonna look the other way. No offense.
What if they tap you? Why aren't you listening to me? Like, ignoring someone is not that easy, though.
That would be difficult. I don't know what I'd do in that situation, but okay, I just answer their question like very fast, then I just keep quiet. Like if you don't engage in that conversation, maybe they're going to mind their own business. So you're just going to look for a way like not to communicate, like not to make them want to talk to you, like maybe frown or something. But I don't know, but yeah. That's what I would do.
Maybe it's a sign for you to control your breathing as well.
How?
Just kidding.
How will you do that?
Like,
Yeah, that
don't
would
breathe
be
in if he's talking.
Wow. So are you going to be like that for 5 hours? What if you get a heart attack? Cool. That's crazy, oh. So I
I've
think
actually
you
been,
can. Go ahead.
I've been in
I
such a
think nobody.
situation before.
How did you cope with it?
And
Kathy, I think no. Sorry, I was just thinking that nobody wants to have a bad breath. So if you just gesture, just closing your or covering your nose and then smile at them, they would be conscious and they would get it at least. Do something
some people
about
That's
it.
don't.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Imagine
Are you
someone
okay?
sit.
Need
No.
some mint
Imagine
or
someone
something.
sitting next to you. Then they
Yeah.
start covering their mouth. How would you feel? It's going to hurt your feelings, even though they didn't tell you your breath stinks.
Yeah, I think, but it's okay if you're friends with a person, or do some. In the Philippines, the bus there's always a vendor that goes up. So I'll ask for a mint. Do you sell some mint? And I'll treat the person. It's on me. It's on me.
And share
Let's
with
have this.
them.
Yeah, share with them.
Oh, okay. Um, Daisy, how would you tell someone their breath stinks without hurting their feelings?
So I'll just try to play around and be like, by the way, when was the last time that you cleaned your teeth? Or but it's not in a bad, yeah, but playfully. I wouldn't want to make it look like it's something serious that could hurt them.
You
So
already hurt them.
no, that's just a question that I've asked, but I'll probably just ask if they have a tooth decay or something, or if they've gone to the dentist. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be direct with it, so that just so as not to seem, yeah, a bit forward. Yeah, so I'll just take another route and ask them if they have a problem with their teeth or their mouth. So yeah, that's what I'll probably do.
But before you confront someone about their breath stinking, you have to confirm yours first. Maybe you can be the problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
get. Mhm.
for me to tell that person um in a good way, I think I will want them to smell my breath first and be like, "What do you think about my breath?" And then if they ask, then I'll return the question to them. So I tell them their breath has an issue. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know about some people, because normally if my breath stinks, I'll know for sure. Like you can just feel it. So I don't know if some people have like a bad sense of smell. Like I don't know, but normally if my something is off, maybe my mouth is smelling, like I just know. Like from people can just tell, Kathy, can you tell if your mouth is smelling or something?
yeah, especially in the morning.
Yeah, so they should be able to tell, especially if you're having like you're communicating with someone.
Okay. So I have then the second question, and this everyone has to answer this. Yeah, you first. When was the last time you visited a dentist?
Was it 1.5 years ago? But I do brush my teeth on a daily basis and I always floss. So my breath does not stink at all. Yep.
Wow, good hygiene. Josh, when was the last time you visited the dentist?
I think around 6 months ago, Yeah, so as far as I remember, because
Okay.
annually we are provided with a free checkup, so you'll know if it's time to go.
Like everyone in your
Yeah,
country.
in our workplace, we have an annual thing. So
And
at least
you, Daisy?
Probably like a year. Yeah, that was the last time. The whole of this year, I haven't been to the dentist yet.
Okay. Fritz,
I think it was around June or July.
this year?
Yeah, around the time this year. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think the mouth is a breeding ground of bacteria because other kind of foods people eat, junk foods,
yeah.
street foods, everything. Like, and when you forget to brush, maybe you ate like five different types of foods, and you didn't brush, you didn't floss.
Wow.
The mouth is going to stink for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And when the oral hygiene is neglected, it can lead to bad breath, gum diseases, and even more serious health issues. Some have like the gum they have their gums bleed and
Mm-hmm.
blood smell. So
Yeah.
some of them might be ignoring their dental health, and some of them have health issues. But all in all, you have to like make sure it doesn't. You have to try to make it not stink.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Kenya?
Yeah, okay. So, guys, I'm going to read for you a story. So, Tina and Terence have been best friends since childhood, attending the same school and sharing countless experiences. When they turned 17, they decided to try dating. However, realizing that their romantic relationship wasn't working, they mutually agreed to end things, prioritizing their deep friendship over a failed romance. Now at 25 years old, their bond remains unshaken, with people often mistaking them for lovers due to their genuine love they exhibit for each other. Terence is currently in a relationship with a girl named Paula, who is undeniably beautiful but struggles with bad breath. This has been a persistent issue for Terence, as Paula admits to only brushing her teeth twice a week, finding the practice uncomfortable. Despite Terence bringing up the issue multiple times, Paula's efforts to improve her oral hygiene are short-lived, and Terence fears addressing the matter further may harm their relationship. Frustrated, he turns to Tina for help, seeking her assistance in approaching Paula about the issue. Tina invites Paula to lunch, allowing her to order whatever she desires. Paula chooses chicken wings with plenty of hot sauce on the side. After finishing their meal, Tina tactfully brings up the topic of oral hygiene, mentioning the impact of spicy foods on breath odor and Paula's infrequent brushing habits. Instead
Mm-hmm.
of taking the advice positively, Paula becomes emotional, accusing Tina of trying to sabotage her relationship with Terence. Paula alleges that Tina is jealous and insists that she no longer communicates with Terence. She blames her for poisoning his mind with negative thoughts about her. As Paula, as Paula storms out of the restaurant, tensions rises, leaving Tina concerned about the delicate balance between friendship and relationships. So, guys, I have a question. Should Terence have involved Tina in addressing Paula's bad breath issue? What do you think, Kathy?
Well, I think okay, oral hygiene is a sensitive topic when it comes to a relationship. But if it doesn't concern you, I think you should leave it. But because they are close friends, they have this bond they have created. I think it was good because he felt that they're supposed to talk about that topic. So I don't think there's an issue if they talk about it because they are close of their close relationship.
Yeah, I also don't think it's an issue. Josh, what about you?
I was wondering if Tina and Paula were friends also, or yeah, because if they're friends, I think it would be okay, and it would be um, on Paula and how she reacted. But if Tina and Paula didn't have like a connection, Terence could have gone straight to Paula and brought out the issue straight to her face. I mean, Paula
But he
loves
did.
Terence. Yeah,
Like Terence addressed the issue, but she promised she'd change, and then after some time, she just go back to doing what she did, brushing after 2 times a week. So, do you think like it's wrong? He still like maybe asked the best friend because maybe he thought since maybe they are ladies, they can relate to some things, and maybe he
well,
just wanted this for her. Mm-hmm.
I would have an issue with Terence having a best friend other than the girl that she's in a relationship with. So I don't know. That's the issue for me.
Oh, so that's your main issue. Like his best friend is a female.
Yeah, that's my issue.
Oh,
Wow. So
okay.
you
Person,
ahead.
Best friends
personally,
with that's for me.
Yeah,
I think
Kathy.
that's what Paula would be concerned about.
Oh, so
So Josh, are you standing on the ground like you don't have any female friends
You can have
that your
female,
wife knows?
yeah. If you're like, getting married seriously with in a relationship, why would you still keep a best friend who's the opposite sex? That wouldn't
Wow.
be
but
wise.
they grew up together, like they're so close, like
Mm,
since childhood.
yeah, you could,
Regardless.
But they even dated and they ended like they ended things because like their friendship mattered
yeah, that would
than it.
be, yeah,
Mhm.
for me, that would be questionable.
I don't
cons-
think it's.
It would be unfair for Paula. Yeah, it would be unfair for Paula.
That's
yeah,
why she's. Mhm.
Yeah. Imagine,
considering the fact
imagine on the wedding
that
day. Imagine on the wedding day, Tina would be sharing a speech because and then it would be awkward.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, she would seem
Oh,
closer to the wife that she's getting married with. So that's just for me. Yeah.
hmm. Oh, it's okay. And what about you, Daisy?
considering the fact that Tina and Terence had dated before, I don't think Terence going to Tina about her girlfriend's issue, her girlfriend's dental issue, was the best thing because already Paula has a perception that Tina is an ex. So um, for her, she wouldn't consider it as friendship. She's a little bit insecure about their relationship in a way. So I think Terence should have just tried talking to Tina herself again, or if she couldn't do that, maybe bring another person who is not the best friend, like take her to the dentist or someone else who can advise her, someone who is related to oral health. But I don't think it was a good idea for him to bring in Tina in that oral health issue. Yeah.
But it's the best friend.
Yeah, but
It is
But for
okay.
Paula, she doesn't think it as that, considering Tina and Terence had dated before. So she'll just think they're talking bad about me. Or personally, that is what I would think. And first, why would someone, people who tried dating, continue being friends, best friends? It's questionable because if you've dated before and you have a girlfriend, you can be friends but not best of friends. Your girlfriend has to be your best friend, your companion. Yeah,
Even
that's
if
what
they
I
grew
think.
up together.
I'm not saying they shouldn't be friends. All I'm saying is they should be like a distance. They can be friends, but not best friends. So telling your best friend who is your ex issues about your girlfriend, your current girlfriend, isn't the best idea. I would be insecure too if I was the girlfriend. So I understand her. I understand Paula.
Maybe
Yeah.
she went with her to the dentist and she just dismissed the issue. And maybe he was desperate and just thought that his best friend would bring up the issue and everything would be well. But okay. So Fritz, what about you?
Yeah, I get Joash's and the point. But I would say the same when it comes to asking your ex, your childhood friend, and your known as best friend to address the issues that you have. in your relationship. It would not be the most advisable thing. And I think in all cases, whatever the issue is, it will be complicated to resort in asking for assistance from someone who's from the opposite sex, whether it's your friend or a best friend. It's not going to be a good idea. So I think um, resorting to that kind of help would be more will bring more problem than
Yeah.
what already is.
I agree. So the exes should stay away, even if they knew each other from from childhood. Uh, Parents should, I think, create boundaries between the relationship between him and Tina. Okay.
If the situation was swapped, it would be complicated as well. If the girl would ask her ex and
Yeah.
best friend for help for his current boyfriend, that would also be a ground for complications as well.
Yeah.
Maybe Terence didn't have the courage to tell Paula. Maybe he noticed. We don't know if he noticed. Maybe he noticed and went behind Paula's back and talked to Tina to approach her and tell her. Maybe he was trying to avoid hurting her feelings or something.
Yeah. Okay,
If
like Fritz has said, if the roles switched, yeah, I don't think like I would be happy if my boyfriend did that to me. Like, okay, if my boyfriend did that to me, and I don't think like he'd be happy if I did the same thing to him. Like telling my ex like to speak to him about his bad breath. So yeah, I think it would be an issue, but I also don't think like it's that bad because maybe they're this close together, but from her like storming out of the restaurant, like we can all tell that she maybe was thinking like there was something going on between them and
Well,
she was trying like to
I would be mad if my my boyfriend consults his ex for everything, even bad breath. I would be embarrassed actually.
then you
You know.
should brush your teeth
Oh,
if you don't want
I know. But
if you don't want that issue to be raised.
no, if he wanted to raise the issue, he could come. He could have come and we sit down and discuss everything. But in front of her ex, is oh no, that's not good. I
Yeah,
would
and
brush.
we
Go
can
ahead.
also say that Tina, like how can you like take spicy foods and you know you're not gonna brush your teeth? That is just yeah, it's
So,
just wrong, but
do you want
okay.
her to carry the toothpaste brush to the restaurant, or what are you suggesting?
Oh no, like okay, she's brushing her teeth twice a week. So you can imagine like all the
Nice.
spicy food she's eating, like it's piling up. You know, especially when you take spicy foods, it's going to interfere with your breath. Like, so you just have to brush. Like, if she knows like she can't do that, maybe she should take a lot of veggies instead of eating a lot of spicy foods. So yeah.
Even if you take veggies and you don't brush it, the bread is going to stink because you left the food in your teeth. So
Or
only
she
thing
could
here is
floss.
brush. Even if she floss,
Yeah.
the tongue,
The tongue, yeah.
especially the tongue is the one that stinks a lot.
Yeah, true.
Okay. And let's be honest, guys. Bad breath is a major turn off in any relationship, and it's hard to focus on the moment. When you're distracted by unpleasant odors, let's say you're having a conversation with someone and the smell keeps coming out in and
Yeah,
out.
imagine him kissing her.
Oh no.
And her breath is stinking. I bet it's a turn off.
Yeah.
I won't blame the morning breath because you slept the whole night. Maybe you are opening your mouth was wide open when you were asleep, something like that. But when you wake up immediately, you're supposed to or brush your teeth. Like
Yeah.
that's not a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. The next question is Paula accusation of Tina sabotaging her relationship with parents valid? Shania?
No, I don't think it's valid. Okay, even though she thinks that there's something maybe going on between the two of them, I don't think she's trying to sabotage the relationship by bringing up her stinky breath issue. So no, I don't think so.
Maybe she has an agenda. You know, she's an ex. Don't forget that.
But they said when they were 17 and now they're 25. That is like 8 years apart.
Oh
Yeah,
dear.
like
But you can still
if
feel
she
love.
Yeah, for me,
no
I would validate the emotion and the perception of Paula. For her, that's her truth at that moment. But of course, if Tina give him benefit of the doubt, but later on, because this is a complicated case, having a best
Yeah.
ex. So for me, her emotions and perception is valid, even if it's not the real case.
Yeah.
well, if I were her, like after having that conversation with is it Tina? Yeah. Like I'd sit myself down and just think for a moment that maybe if he's talking to his best friend about my breath stinking, maybe there's something that I should do to change the situation so that I do not embarrass myself and also do not embarrass like him because he's my maybe boyfriend or something. So she should, instead of taking it negatively, she should also try to take it in positively and try like to change her situation.
Could be. Yeah.
It's not easy though. Imagine your
Yeah.
best friend, you went out, you having a good time, and then he or she brings up the topic. You know what? Your breath stinks. Oh, it's embarrassing. I think Paula's, you know, she's supposed to be insecure about that moment because
Yeah.
ex talking about her. No, not
And the
good.
thing is, if they could talk about things, like that, what else could they be talking about in private? I
Exactly.
mean, yeah, you could be perceived as, getting into intimate conversations.
Next
Then
time would be another topic about another issue. Today is
another
breath.
complaint about her
Yeah.
current journey with the Paula.
Okay,
Yeah.
Fritz, is Paula accusation of Tina valid?
Absolutely. In that issue or any issue for that matter. I believe in the 10-second
Yeah.
rule that if you if there is something that someone cannot change within 10 seconds if you address it, then just don't address it at that time. Just have it in private or whatever. And I believe also in resolving the issue and thinking and discussing through the any issues, especially this kind of issue with the relationship. And you know, if you're gonna ask for help, ask for professionals, ask for wisdom from elderly people like your parents or those who are really concerned and um, really are rooting for your relationship and not those who might spark issues from. So
Got you. What about you, Daisy? What do you think?
I think that Paula's emotions were valid because in that moment, Paula was feeling confused in that her boyfriend is talking to her ex about her breath issues. Just as Fritz had said, I think the boyfriend should have gone to someone else, like if not a professional, maybe talk to Paula's parents, someone who is way more closer to her girlfriend than the friend who is Tina. So I just think that her feelings were valid at that point, but she shouldn't have thought that there was Tina was trying to sabotage her relationship. she should have taken the advice in a good way, but also we shouldn't forget that the person who is telling her is the best friend to her boyfriend. So it makes sense if she gets angry.
And Daisy, I think also Tina is not to blame because she would have never addressed the issue if Terence never like asked her to. So instead of taking it out on Tina, she should go to her boyfriend because the boyfriend
No,
is the one who's telling her.
but
I don't even think
I
it's a secret.
if I think Tina should have considered the situation and see that she shouldn't interfere with that relationship. She should just have told Terence to deal with it on his own, because if she gets involved, then the issue escalates to become something else, especially considering the fact that she's best friends with Terence. So I don't think she should have gotten involved.
I just think she's playing blame games now, trying to focus the issue like on another thing. Like now, like she does not want like to talk about her breath stinking and all. She just wants like now to tell her. She's telling her like you are trying to take him maybe away from me. You're the one who's sabotaging my relationship. Like how is she even doing it? But okay.
Okay, Daisy, I have a question for you. You
Yeah,
said if someone, let's say Terence is your boyfriend, and
yeah.
he found out like your breath stinks. So are you saying he's supposed like to talk someone who close to, and that someone that is close to, for example, here it's your parents. So would you suggest that your parents calls you and tells you like your boyfriend was here and he said your breath stinks?
Actually, I would prefer being told that by my mother, because my mother, or like someone like my sister, because that is someone who has is responsible for you. They've taken care of you since you were young. It's their responsibility to correct you and show you the right direction. So I think talking to someone who is way closer to her, like our parents, is the better option. Yeah,
No.
because after all, they won't judge you. They only want the best for you. So you won't have that insecurity of they want to take my boyfriend from me, which Paula experienced when Tina told her that. Because if your mother tells you, you will see it's out of the best of interest. Yeah.
I'd rather them take me to a specialist because they will solve the issue. No, well, when you tell a family, your mother might tell her, your sister might tell, your cousin might tell her. Hey, no way. If it for you, it's safe for your mother to know. For me, it's safe when they consult a dentist, for that matter, because they is professional.
Yeah, it's still not guaranteed that she'll listen to the dentist or she'll listen to the mother. So both can work either way. Yeah.
So the next question is, how much influence should friends have in their friends' romantic relationship? Shani, I'll go to you first.
That's a good question.
Oh, I think the friend should have very little influence in your relationship. But yeah, like I wouldn't like want my partner like to disclose all our issues like to their friends. So, but there are some things like maybe if they're happening in my relationship and I don't know who to consult about it, ask for some of my friends because maybe they might have faced the same issues and they may give me good advices. Or yeah, it's not that I'm gonna take their advice, but I just like to listen to how they would have solved the issue if they were in my shoes.
Okay, have you noticed ladies have this? They have this thing. They when something goes up with in their relationship with their boyfriend, they went straight to their best friend. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mostly,
ladies do it all the
Mhm.
time. That's why I'm saying I would ask them for their opinion.
what if the opinion was leave him? You're supposed to dump him.
Yeah, I said I wouldn't listen to them. I just want to hear what they're saying, how they would have approached the issue. But I'm gonna
Yeah.
think for myself, and later on, I'm just going to solve the issue with my partner because the relationship just consists of like the two of us. So the third party, maybe we just want a little bit of the opinion, but I don't think
Yeah.
like it should have an influence in our relationship. Yeah.
Primary.
They say your best friend is your enemy when in your relationship, because when your partner does something wrong and you go straight to your best friend, they be like, you know what? You have to leave her. You have to dump him. Just call things off. Like she's not even like trying to talk, to have a talk with you and know what consider what happens. Especially if they don't like your partner, they're going to tell you to leave him. This is for
Yeah,
ladies. They tend to do that a lot.
but
Yeah.
I do have good friends, so so
Like,
Listen to who you want to listen to.
yeah.
Yeah.
go ahead, Josh.
Yeah. For me, how much influence does friends should have in a relationship? If you are in a relationship to please your friends, I think they should have 100% or primary influence because that's your reason. But if you're in a relationship because you want to please your partner and in the maturity of your spirituality, you were led to that relationship. I don't think friends should have the primary influence in your relationship. That's my take.
Yeah, great. How about you, Daisy?
For me, it depends with the situation. What situation am I going through with my friends? What information am I taking to them? So if it's something sensitive that I really need help with, that I can't talk to my partner about, then maybe I should go to my most trusted friend who I think is intelligent and who can see the issue from both angles of mine and my partner and come up with a good advice. But if it's something minor, then I think they shouldn't be involved, because every time you involve your friend in your relationship, then they'll feel entitled. Every time they'll be like, what is happening? Tell me this, tell me that. So I don't think you should involve them with everything. Just unless it's something really crucial and you need help with it, then you can involve them. But go to the most intelligent one. Yeah.
Have you ever been in that situation where you have to give advice to your friend regarding their her relationship or his relationship?
Yeah, I have been a couple of times. I've told my friends advice, but at the end of the day, especially for girls, they will always go with their guts, because you'll tell them one thing, even if you think it's the right thing to do, but then they'll just still do what they think it's right. So that's why I'm saying uh, they should be involved, but not too much involved, because at the end of the day, they'll still do what they want to do.
I was in that situation once. I gave advice, so I was labeled the bad guy. From that day, I said to myself, never again. I'll just keep quiet when someone
Yeah,
asks me.
they will pillow talk and say, "Oh, she was trying to tell me bad things about you, that I should leave you." Yeah, that's why most times it's not wise to get involved in issues which are not that serious.
Yep,
Yeah.
I agree. What
Yep.
about you, Fritz? What do you think? Are you with us?
For me, it depends. It depends on the friends that you have. If you do have good friends like uh, Shania, and I for one, I consider myself that I do have good friends because my friends would not only promote purity in a relationship, but they also do exercise it. They want to preserve both of their personal testimony and their partner's testimony. So I would really want to have a huge amount of influence from them. And also the approach that I would do if in case that we or my partner and I has an issue. So for example, instead of saying it like my partner's breath stinks or something like that, I would approach it as something like a prayer concern. So for example, maybe we can you can pray about us, or that we're going through an issue here, that maybe you can help us pray for it or something like that. It's a bit. I think it would be more helpful for us, the relationship that we have, if it will not come out as something as a rant or a complaint, but rather something that needs. and you're to be accountable for it as well. So that's what I currently have. So if there's an issue or something we are planning to do or anything that is indeed internal, I don't need to spill the friends. They just know that they can pray for it, and they would pray for it as well.
That's great. Anyone else who have something to add on that? The next one, I'm coming to you, Daisy, first, because I think you have an interesting way of handling things.
Yeah.
Can individuals maintain a close friendship after ending a romantic relationship?
Honestly, I don't think. For me personally, I wouldn't want to be friends with my ex, but I wouldn't want my partner to be friends with their ex, because I think there's always that unresolved feelings. Maybe you'll see him and you'll miss him, or you'll just remember the good times and such. So for me personally, I will that to happen. Yeah.
Okay, great. What about you, Daisy? You and your ex, do you still talk?
I don't cut
It's
them completely off, but I'm not available like that. We'll talk every day. It's just that we are cordial with each other. If he has a problem that he thinks I can help with, yeah, then he's okay to come and approach me, because I don't believe also in burning bridges. So he can just, like, we don't have to keep in touch every time and be like, how are you doing? How is your life going on? No, that shouldn't be necessary. Just once in a while, if he has something important to tell you. Yeah.
wow, that's amazing. What about you, Shania?
Especially if you don't have kids involved.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, okay. You're like, maybe you're gonna judge me for this, but I think maybe, yeah, people can maintain their friendship even after ending things if maybe they were not in a serious relationship. Okay, maybe let's say they were just courting. Sometimes maybe you may be friends with someone for a long period of time, and you guys are just like, since you're friends and I know you, we know each other, do you want to try things out? Maybe you start dating. Okay, you don't get into a relationship first, you just start dating, and maybe you see this was wrong, and both of you agree that you should just maintain your friendship and not get into a relationship with each other. So I think, yeah, if you guys were not in a serious relationship, maybe you can maintain your friendship. But
What
if you guys were in a deep relationship and things ended badly, yeah, I don't think like you guys can recover your friendship from that.
can
So
you?
after maybe a relationship,
Yeah,
no, I
yeah,
don't
a
think.
very serious one.
Yeah, things would be weird. So no, we
Okay.
wouldn't be friends like we used to be. Yeah.
So if they call you, just going to ignore their calls, right?
No, I just answer and see what they want, but I don't think like our friendship would be the way it used to be before we started dating or something, especially if things ended badly. So just bye, just let's go our separate ways.
Okay. Josh, what do you have to say?
Yeah, again, for me, I think Shania has a point there, but even if it wasn't that serious for me, I would put all my energy trying to communicate what I think to my partner. And if she doesn't listen, maybe it's a sign. Listen to each other.
Sign for
Yeah.
what?
A sign maybe it's not the right person for him.
Pretty.
Almost the same with Joash. If the little things in your relationship that are not being addressed, and your significant other is not willing to address it in any way, nor willing to listen or at least sit down and small issues, as little as they are, yeah, maybe you are in a relationship that is not yet for you. Or I don't know if there could also be a season or a timing that you can have. But if that habitual or from your partner, then definitely you could be in a brushless relationship.
Okay. Lastly, guys, time is running out. apart from brushing your teeth, what other ways someone can maintain good oral hygiene? You can address this to your friends, listeners, anyone. Anyone can answer that.
So, yeah, like there are these herbal sticks. I don't know, the African herbal sticks. I don't know if they have them in the US or in the Philippines. People tend to use them as toothbrushes, and they really do a pretty job like cleaning your teeth. And also eating a lot of fruits, especially fruits like apples. Have you guys ever like eaten apples and then after like your teeth were very clean? So that's why I say plenty of fruits also help a lot with your teeth. Yeah. Or you
Right?
can use mouthwash too.
Okay. Get you, Shania. Daisy, Joyce, Fritz.
Yeah, I think all the things that Shania said, they're valid. Yeah, mouthwash, dental flossing, eating healthy fruits, and drinking lots of water. It will help with good oral hygiene. Yeah.
Okay.
You can also practice breathing in and out.
Yours is odd.
That's breathing healthy.
I know. And how does it help? Like
Yes.
breathe, we do breathe daily. How does it help? Can you explain that? I don't
Yeah,
get it.
teach us so that
I'm just kidding.
How does
Or
it
try
help?
breathe.
Breathe in. I'm breathing in. Huh? Then what should I do next? Oh, are you saying
Breathe
holding?
out.
How long are you
No,
going to hold
not
your
really
breath?
holding your breath, but timing it. You time it.
Okay.
So if you see your partner breathing in, don't talk.
Wow. Good advice. I'll try that sometime.
Just kidding.
What about you, Josh?
I was wondering because we're still exiting the pandemic, maybe you could suggest some
Mhm.
fashionable mask to wear.
It's
Instead
weird
of-
when you're wearing it and you're the only one who has it in the
no,
crowd.
I'll take out wear this one. I'll wear this one, so we'll be having a couple's mask going out.
Wow.
If you do that, you're gonna lose all your teeth.
No, so yeah, listen to the professionals and listen to your partner if the partner is so valuable to you. Be willing and put in the effort.
Yeah.
That's good advice from our expert, Josh. Dental, this is for our listeners. You can try dental checkups. You brush your teeth, you floss, eat balanced diet. It is important to make your oral health a priority in your daily routine. We hope this discussion has shed light on the importance of mouth hygiene in relationships. Remember, a healthy mouth contributes to just not just a beautiful smile, but also a happy and fulfilling connection with your partner. And now it's the time to say goodbye. And thanks again for being part of Real Talk with Kathy and Shania. See you next time.
Bye bye.